In this demo, we're going to bring Copilot Studio Agent and Agent Mode for Word inside of a Word document to complete a template in real time using a scanned document, including handwritten notes. Okay, let me show you. This is the scanned document that includes the text and also the handwritten notes where the engineer or someone else has been making changes to it. You can see the circles of where we've said yes, no, or not applicable. And we can see some minor amendments to some of the text as well that needs to be captured in the new template. And this is the template. And you can see we've got the title and the directives and the preparatory information in here. And if there are any changes, we want to make sure that they're added in here. And you can see here, we only go up to section 3.10. Okay, let's now have a look at the Copilot element in here. What we have is the agent that we're going to call. So we can do that from inside of Word. So I'm just going to call the agent, and the only element I'm going to add in here as a prompt is proceed. So we're using the intelligence inside of the agent to understand that we now need to go through this process. The first part it asks for is give me the maintenance instruction amendments document. So let's do that using /. We select the PDF and we run it. Now, inside of here, we're seeing Copilot understand the scanning of the document and give us the table of handwritten amendments inside of the document. Good. Now what we're going to do in the Tools section is select Agent Mode. So now we're out of the agent that we've just been using. We paste in our second prompt where we're looking to do the amendments to this particular template, and then to set the source, which is that same PDF document. Again, this is going to stop any hallucinations and really make sure we're focusing on the specific source. And over the next few seconds, you'll start to see it goes through the document. There's the reference, the issue number, the facility, the title, the subtitle, and then the text which is appearing inside of the tables, including some of the amendments to the authorized people who are going to be who have been making changes to the document. And as it goes through, you'll also be able to see that we're adding additional text in there, which was in the existing source document, which hasn't changed, and that we need to make sure they're implemented in this new template. But look at this. We're now on section 4. And in section 4, this was not inside of our template. So this is purely coming from the source PDF document, and it's respecting the word style which has been set as part of this template. Okay, so on the right hand side we can see that Copilot has given us the amendments which have been made, so we now have an audit log. But you can also see here that we've also got those yellow highlights where we can see yes, if there's any number changes, any additional text which has been added. So visually we can see these changes, and which is great. So now what we can do is go through the changes, review the newly created document, base it on the source, and if we're happy, we're ready to publish. For the Copilot Studio Agent, we've got a specific instruction set that we need to put into place. The first part is the prompt purpose, where we tell Copilot what we're going to be doing here, but it's also useful for other people who are looking at this instruction. The second part is the reference data, and this is where we're going to get Copilot to ask the user of this agent for the maintenance instruction amendments document if it's not already uploaded. The third part is the setup, where we're setting up the persona, the tone, and also the writing types to be included and excluded in the handwritten elements. The request section gets us to look at how to scan and extract each of the sections of that scanned document. So this is where we're asking as the persona to look at different elements of the document, including a yes, no, and applicable, and making sure that Copilot understands what part has been circled and which parts haven't. We also want to look at any elements which have been struck out, and the pen writing which has been added either to the side or to the top or bottom of the sentence or the text as well. So we really are looking at different elements inside there. And finally, we've got those constraints of what we don't want to be included as part of the instruction. Now, this prompt is going to be used as part of the agent mode for Word inside of the Word document. We're going to be pasting this in and making sure that we instruct Copilot to amend this template document to include all of the text which we've uploaded as part of our initial instruction set. We want to preserve all parts and sections and subsection numbers, and we want to make sure that we're adding the word style that's adopted as part of this template. That includes things like headers, text, and formatting. The last bit there around the confirmation is we want to make sure that we understand what's been circled. So we want to see a yes, no, or not applicable. And also remember, we're using agent mode in Word here, so we can make some additional edits. Here I've added one to use a yellow highlighter to show each change based on the amendments table we created in the initial instruction set. And finally, that source is there for us to just apply that initial amendments document again, so that Copilot is absolutely aware of the source data that we're using. As a bonus, let me show you Copilot Studio where I created that full agent. So this is the MI Doc Review agent, and inside of here we've got the description, the orchestration, and we've got the agent model. Now I've set this to GPT-5 Auto, but you can see that we do have other options inside of here. So in this case, GPT-4o, 4.1, and also Claude. So all of these elements, I've just chosen the basic one here for GPT-5. You can see I've put the instruction set inside of here. And as I go down and scroll down here, you'll notice that there's nothing in knowledge, nothing in tools, triggers, agents, or topics, and just a very simple suggested prompt. And the reason for this is that I want to really hide that complexity inside of the prompts and the instruction sets I've used, which makes it easy for somebody to use this inside of the Word document itself.